1. Then we'll be discussing about the preparation of profit and loss account. After that, the calculation of goodwill. So, planning to continue with the 3 topics. So, let's start. The theory part we already discussed in the previous classes. Now, we can do the practical. So, here you can see the question on the screen. So, the question, the last always you have to see that when these type of questions are coming, you have to see that the show your workings clearly, pass the necessary adjustment entry to rectify the above errors. That means you have to pass an adjustment entry, right? So let's solve here. What is the question? First, read the question now. Adjustment entry. So the answer will be only adjustment entry. So we already made the journal format and all that. You can see that. Now coming back to this. A and B are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2. Their capital on 31st March 2018. It is given as 31st March 2018. After all the adjustment, stood 1,65,500 and 1,27,600. Profit amounting to rupees 50,000 for the year 2017-18. This is one of the very important clue for us. For the year it is 2017-18 is the financial year. So, and here it is given 31st March 2018. What does this mean? This means the given capital is the closing capital. That should be in our brain. Okay. Now coming to the continuation. And the profit after profit amounting to 50,000 on 2017-18 were distributed after allowing interest on drawings 12% per annum. Okay. During the year, A withdrew rupees 15,000 in the beginning of every quarter. B withdrew rupees 40,000 during the year. Okay. Now, partnership deed is silent on interest on drawings, but provides interest on capital at the rate. So interest on drawing, it is silent. Whenever deed is silent, we will not charge any interest on drawing. But they provides interest on capital at the rate 5%. Now interest on capital has not been provided. The firm is allowing it interest on IOC 5%, but they had not been charged that. Okay. And here again, you can see that were distributed after allowing interest on drawing. So what is the question? IOD is not given, not to be given, but it is charged. Interest on IOC, that is interest on capital, to be given 5%, but it is not charged. IOD not to be given, but it is charged. IOC to be given, but it is not charged. Now we have to rectify all this. Then only, so there should be a table to be prepared. First of all, we know that interest on drawing is not to be charged, and they have charged. Okay. So let's solve it one by one. First of all, what is to be find out? Interest on capital. So let's find out interest on capital here. So I will draw a table again here. This table I will copy. So it will be easy for us. So I copied and pasted the table over here. Again, I will paste it somewhere. It will be useful again. Okay. So here also I will paste it. Now, children, focus here. We can solve this question. Interest on capital. So this is the statement showing the opening capital. Statement showing the opening capital. How to? Showing the calculation of opening capital. How will you find out the calculation of opening capital? Already we discussed this in the previous class. There are two partners who all are there. They are, I'll make this table a little bit small. Okay. Now coming to this, we can see that partners are two partners. They are A and B. So we will be writing this column is for A. So I'll again minimize it so that we can we can screen this in the one screen. That is why I want to minimize. So here you can write A and B. Now what is? See that what is their closing capital? It is given in the question. That is after all the adjustment, their capital stood as 1,65,600 and 1,27,000. So let's write that closing capital, or you can write capital as on 31st March 2018, or closing capital also you can write simply 1,65,500. And what is of B? B का भी आप देखिए, that is 1,27,600. Okay, we'll write that also 1,27,600. Now what is given? From the closing capital to the opening capital, we will be adding the drawings, right? After drawings, what we have to add? Interest on drawings. Okay. So we will have to find out interest on drawing also. So first let us add the drawings. Add drawings. So what is the amount of drawings? Drawing you can see during the year A withdraw rupees 15,000 at the beginning of every quarter. 15,000 at the beginning of every quarter means how many quarters are in a year? There are 4 quarters. So 15 into 4, that is 60,000 A withdraw. And if we withdraw 40,000 during the year. During the year means only one withdrawal. That we will add. Now what is to be added? We have to add the interest on drawing is not to be charged, but they charged. Okay. As per the deed, interest on drawing is silent, but they had charged that. So we have to find out that also. We will find out that. So I'm just going to this side where to do. So let's do here on the above so that we can see the question also. IOD. IOD means two partners, A and B. So let's find out for A. For A, what is that? Interest on drawing in the beginning of the quarter. So I taught you the formula on the very first class. So there are at the end of, at the beginning of every quarter, sorry. So 15,000 is the beginning of every quarter. How many quarter? 4 quarter. What is the interest charged? 12 by 100. Now beginning है तो what is the average? I taught you the shortcut also. If it is a half year है तो how will you do? 6 months. Then you go back to the beginning. Beginning एक end. Beginning of every quarter. So you will add 1.5. That is the easy trick I explained to you, remember. So you will take 7.5 upon average period is 12. So solve this. Once you solve it, you will get how much? You will 100. Then point का भी 10 हमने cut कर दिया. 15 fours are 60. Okay. 60 को 75 से आप करो तो क्या मिलेंगे? 4,500 you will be getting. So interest on drawings for A is 4,500. I hope you are clear with this. Now we are moving into the B. B का आप कैसे find out करेंगे? B के लिए the withdrawal during the year is 40,000. During the year, when it is withdrawn, the date is not mentioned. And the rate is given as 12%. The date is not mentioned. So always we take in an average. Average में आप देगा तो what it will become? 4 6 are 40,000 है ना, sorry, 40,000. It is 40,000. Okay. So it is 2 zeros only. I am supposed to cancel. Okay. So 4 6 are 2,400. I hope you are clear with the calculation of interest on drawings. So both the interest on drawing, what we will do? We will add 4,500 and 2,004. So let's add that 4,500 and 2,000. If any drawings, interest on drawing will be added. If loss is there, that will be added. But here it is given in the question, there is a profit. You can see the profit. What is the amount of profit? 50,000. For the year were distributed after allowing interest on drawings. We know that this is the wrong profit, but already this is charged and in the capital account. So we have to subtract this from the capital. Okay. So the partner's profit sharing ratio is 3:2. 50,000 into 3 by 5 for whom? A. And 50,000 into 2 by 5 for whom? B. That means how much? 30,000 and 20,000. So let's write here. We will write subtract the profit. Okay, profit जो भी आपने credit कर दिया उसको subtract करेंगे. From here you will subtract 30,000 and from B you will subtract 20,000. So all the items, whatever is mentioned in the question, interest on capital, they're not charged. So we cannot subtract that. Normally, interest on capital also we can subtract, but that's not mentioned only. It is not charged. They are not charged. So we are doing the rectification for that only. Now we have to solve this. If you solve this, how much you will get? That will be your opening capital. Okay. Let's find out. 1,60,000, 60 में से 30 minus करो तो 195 plus 196. It is 2 lakh rupees, right? Then again here also in the B, 40 minus 20, 20. So 20 at 1,27 plus 2,400, 130 plus 20, 1,50,000 you will get. You can add all the first three, then you can subtract. What I have done, I have subtracted 40,000 minus 20,000, then the rest all I added, right? Now we can find out interest on capital. The rate is mentioned here. You can see here I have underlined this, put a circle on that. Interest on capital is at the rate 5% per annum. 2 lakh के ऊपर 5% how much? That is 10,000. 1,50,000 के ऊपर 5%. How much? 15 5 are 75. So 7,500. Here we calculated the interest on drawing. That I will be now highlighting. Okay. Now I will highlight that interest on drawing. This is not to be given. ये देना नहीं था. But they charged. Interest on capital आप देखिए. Interest on capital के लिए क्या है? That is to be charged, but they did not charge. ठीक है ना? So ये आप उन्होंने wrong किया है, and that means not to be charged, but they charged it. Okay. Here it is to be given, but they did not charge. Okay. Now let's do the adjustment statement. We can make it. Okay. So table showing the adjustment. Here heading you will write table showing the adjustment. So this is also one of the important tasks, table showing adjustment. Now A and B. Interest on capital to be charged. Okay. So interest on capital, क्या करना है? Interest on capital to be credited. We are always making adjustment table from the viewpoint of partners. Interest on capital to be credited. We know that what is the amount you can see there. That is 10,000 and 7,500. ये credit करना चाहिए था, but they did not credit. So it is to be credited. I hope this is clear to you. ठीक है ना? Now, interest on drawing, they are not supposed to charge, but they had given during the year. That means already debited. Now what they will do? They will have to reverse it. Okay, interest on drawing already they debited. That is 4,500 and 2,400. Now this is to be reversed. Okay, interest on drawings to be reversed. Reversed means already इसको debit कर दिया. Reverse करेगा तो what they will do? They will have to credit that. Okay, so to be reversed bracket में आप दिखा सकता है credit. So the amount is 4,500 and 2,400, right? 4,500 and 2,400. Now actually one is to be reversed, another is to be credited. Now we have to think from the viewpoint of firm. Firm ने क्या किया है? Firm के लिए this is the expenses. है ना? Interest on capital is an expense. Firm did not show that. Because of that, firm का profit क्या होगा? Firm का profit will be increased. So this total, that means total of the IOC. IOC का total हम यहाँ पर लिखेंगे. 10,000 plus 7,500. If you add that, है ना? So you will be getting 17,500. Okay. 10,000 plus. Erase that. Now again, interest on drawing. It is to be reversed. It is already charged. Now because of that, what happened? The profit become more. So the partners के लिए क्या होगा? Partners debited in their interest on drawings ratio में. Now it is to be reversed. Reverse rate of partners will get it. Yes or no? So again 4,500 plus 2,400 you have to add. How much it will be? 4 plus 2, 6, 6,900. Right? I hope you are able to understand. Interest on drawings, actually the firm is charged already. Right? Now it is to be reversed. Because while they charged, it is gone in which ratio? The interest on drawing ratio में. right? So now again, the firm did not charge interest on capital. So it has, expense they did not show. So it has gone in the form of profit. Now we will add these two. So while we add these two, 24,400. Clear? This 24,400 to be reversed. Because these are the things actually really to be given to partners. क्या क्या है? इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल पार्टनर को देना है, आईओडी को रिवर्स करके ये दोनों पार्टनर को देना है. Now what we the firm has to do, the firm has to reverse the profit. Okay, already they were having this 24,400. The partners got in which ratio? The profit sharing ratio. So the reverse of the profit they have to do, minus reverse of the profit, or profit to be reversed. Reverse of the profit means what they will do? It is to be credited. I hope you are able to understand. Reverse of the profit means it will be credited. Already credited, hai na? So let's see that how much. Meanwhile, you can total this. इस पार्टनर को नया में मिलना चाहिए था 14,500 and this partner should get 9,900. Now profit, it is to be reversed. Credit किया था ना already. So let's see that 24,400 in which ratio it will come. That is 3:2 ratio. You can see here 3:2 ratio. So let's divide this in the 3:2 ratio में 24,400 for A. A के लिए it will become 24,400 into 3/5. It is a very long question for 4 mark. B, board question only. 24,400 into 2/5. So solve it. 4 5s are, then 8 5s are 40, then 8 5s are 40, then it is 6. 4 2s are 8 plus 1, 9,760. 9,760. Okay. Now again for A also I will find out. Into 3 आएगा ना, ये कट किया तो हमें मिलेंगे. We are getting 4,880 into 3. So what we will get? 26. Now to 14. 14,400 and 14,640. Now we can see that this is the real amount to be given to A and B. Interest on capital A को credit करना है. Already they paid interest on drawing. वो उनको reverse करके मिलना चाहिए total. They should get us 14,500. But how much they already got? Reverse of the profit which is already credited. अब उसको reverse करना है. Reverse करेगा तो आप देखिए है ना. It is already credited है. So what is the difference? You can see that here. 140, you know, 140 is the, because this already distributed in the form of profit. Okay, na, the profit. How we got that? Because the partner should get the total interest on capital. उनको देना था, firm ने नहीं दिया है. Expense को वो लोगों ने, they did not meet that, right? Expense को meet नहीं किया तो what they have to do? They distributed that expense in the, it is, if the expenses are not given, it is going to become a part of the profit. So that profit they distribute 17,500 in the profit sharing ratio. Now interest on drawing, what happened? They charged it, okay. And the partners की capital economy, it is already what they have done. It is debited. And firm ने क्या कर दिया? It is credited. And that also credited means that become a part of the profit. So already distributed in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio, right? So we are taking these two as. And these two, they are, because this is already interest on drawing is a part of the profit distributed. We have to reverse that. Interest on capital did not distributed, so the profit become more, right? So now this total we will be distributing in the form of profit sharing ratio that is already given to the partner. We will take back that. So the reverse of the profit which is already credited, वो हम उनसे वापस ले लेंगे, right? तो इधर एक्चुअली क्या करेंगे? ऑलरेडी क्रेडिटेड को नाउ व्हाट विल यू डू? यू विल डेबिट. यू विल डेबिट मींस यू विल हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट. समझ में आ रहा है ना? सो यू कैन सी दैट आफ्टर सब्ट्रैक्शन 14,640 minus 14,500. 14, it is minus 140. So what comes more? Debit comes. For who? For the partner A. For the partner A, it is debit only. Clear? Because we know that the reverse is more. Actually उसको मिलना था 14,500, but already how much he got? 14,640. ठीक है? Now so he will be returning. Now again in the same way B should get 9,900. But already in the form of profit he got how much? 9,760. So there comes 140 to be credited. We will be getting. Now, what is the journal entry? Whoever may be debited A. So A will be debited and B will be credited. Again, you can see the question. My question is missing. Oh. So you can see the question. You will see in the question whether there is any fixed word hai kya. There is no fixed word. So what will you write? Yes, capital account debit in the journal entry में आप लिखेंगे. Yes, capital account debit. Because A में आपको ज़्यादा मिला है देखो. He already received 14,640, but now he's supposed to get only 14,500. So the excess he got is 140 rupees. Yes, capital account debit to B's capital account. That is 140. Being adjustment entry passed. That's all. Adjustment entry passed for what? For the charge of interest on capital, interest on drawings, and reverse of the profit. So simply you can write being adjustment entry passed. That's all. Adjustment entry passed. Right? This much only you need to write in the board examination. Let us recapitulate this question again. This question is never an easy question because this question contains lot of things to do at a stretch. Even though this is a 4-marker question, it is a loss to the student because it will take time. It's not that much easy. So let's see that how it is to be done again. The first thing is that you have to read the question. While you read the question, profit sharing ratio is 3:2. It is given there capital is 1,27,600 and 1,65,600 for B and A. And the date of the capital is 31st March 2018 after all adjustment. Profit amounting to 50,000 after charging interest on drawings 12%. But as per the deed, what they are saying, interest on drawing is not to be charged. Interest on capital to be charged, but that has not been provided. So what we have to find out? First of all, we have to find out interest on capital. And to find out the interest on capital, you have to apply your sense. What will you do? You have to take the entire closing capital. Closing capital is 1,65,500. From that, you will subtract the drawings. Drawings also not given direct amount. 15,000 here. Every quarter they are withdrawing 15,000. So 4 quarter. So here you can even write 15,000 into 4 in the bracket. Working note. And this 40,000 during the year. Now again interest on drawing you have to find out. Quarter ka beginning mein to you should apply the formula. Without that it is not possible to find out. You have to apply. Formula apply करना बहुत जरूरी है. Here we have solved this. ठीक है ना? आप इधर देख सकते हैं. We have already. My board is not responding. So you have to apply the formula and we have find it out here. After that in the same way B के लिए भी हमने find out कर दिया है. ठीक है, interest on drawing you will be adding. After adding interest on drawing, what will you do? You have to take out the profit. Profit कहाँ से? It is given already in the question में that है कि 50,000 है. So you will be directly dividing that in the 3:2 profit sharing ratio में. Then what is there? After that you can see the subtraction everything done. You are getting opening capital. उसके ऊपर आप 5% interest find out करेंगे, right? Then you are getting into the calculation of the table showing the adjustment entry. तो interest on capital actually credit करना था, firm ने credit नहीं किया है, firm did not show it as an expense. So partners के लिए credit होना चाहिए, ठीक है ना? That we already credited. And firm ने क्या कर दिया है? Firm considered that as an expense, जैसे consider नहीं किया है, so it become automatically an income to the firm. That अगर income है तो that is distributed in which ratio already? Profit sharing ratio में. Now interest on drawing firm को दिखाना ही नहीं चाहिए, but firm ने क्या कर दिया? इसको दिखा दिया है. तो firm के पास it has come in the form of an interest on drawing in the form of a profit. है ना? Interest on drawing will be credited to profit and loss appropriation. तो profit में add on हो गया है. So it is also distributed in which ratio to the partners? In the profit sharing ratio. तो ये भी हम add कर देंगे. ये दोनों already कौन सी रेशियो में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर चुका है? 3:2 रेशियो में. So what we will do that whatever we are credited वो हम उसको रिवर्स करेंगे. रिवर्स करेगा तो आप क्या करेंगे? उसको माइनस करना. माइनस करना मीन्स उसको डेबिट करना है. So we have subtracted that. After subtraction, you see, these above two amount are to be added and a credit karna hai, and this is to be debited, subtract karna hai. So the net effect is that for A there is a debit and for B there is a credit. So our journal entry, it is now very easy. That is A's capital to B's capital. This is not an easy task. This question you need to work out. Then only you will be able to understand. Children, wait is now. Now let's see that. Go to the next question. I hope you are clear with this question. This is the question on past adjustment. This is the question on past adjustment, whatever we have done. Now we are moving ahead and we are going to one more question. Let's see that. It is very easy, but not yesterday I taught the journal entries of this question. Arun, Shobha and Yuvraj were partners in a firm. On 1st April 2018, fixed capital stood at 1,50,000 and 50,000 respectively. As per the provisions of the partnership deed, partners were entitled an annual salary of rupees 20,000 each. Interest on capital 10%. It is given. Again, after that, what they mentioned, profit to be shared in which ratio? Profit should be shared in the ratio of 3:1:1. Net profit for the year also given. Past necessary journal entry. Acha, here we have to pass the journal entry only. So how to find out? Let's see that. I'll take the format of this journal entry there. I did not make a journal entry format here. Where is my question? This is my question. A little bit I take this question above, so that I can get the space over here. So let's see the formula for this journal entry. Let me to draw this. Board is not responding. Okay, let's do it. Board is not responding. Let's write now. Try to write. So journal entry one, what we can write? We can see that the first journal entry is on partners entitled an annual salary of rupees 20,000 each. When partner entitled an annual salary of rupees 20,000 each, how to do this? Now my board started responding. So I will extend the format of the journal. Let's see how it is. So the first journal entry is that annual salary of rupees 20,000 each. Each partner, Arun, Shobha, Yuvraj. Okay, 3 partners are there. Then you have to see that is there anywhere it is mentioned that taking their fixed capital? Yes, it is here given that fixed capital. Fixed capital, so all the expenses are debited to partners current account and all the incomes are credited to partners current account. Right, children? So partners are the salary they are getting. So what we will write? Salary account debit to, you will write salary is an expense. Salary account debit to, who all are the partners? 3 partners. Now I am using the short form Arun, Shobha and Yuvraj to Arun's current account. That way you will be writing, because in the question the fixed word is there. That is why it's very important. If you write Arun's capital account, you will not get the mark. That is very important to understand. You have to search. अच्छा क्वेश्चन में दिया है कैपिटल वर्ड, फिक्सर कैपिटल वर्ड. And why is who? Yuvraj. Okay, Arun's capital, then Yuvraj's I'm saying capital is current account, then current account. They all are getting 20,000 each. So you will be showing 20,000 to each partner. Here it will come 60,000, right? Now children, what to do? Being salary charged. Being salary of rupees 20,000 charged, salary charged word आपको लिखना है और credited भी लिख सकते हैं, being salary charged at the rate rupees 20,000 each, at the rate rupees 20,000 each. It is very important to write the narration, especially they ask journal entry. Okay, here it is. This is a question of 4-marker question and you have to pass the journal entry, right? Now coming back to the next one. In this salary once we charge, what to do now? Now we have to close this salary account. So close the salary account, what will you do? You have to close this salary account by debiting to P&L appropriation account. So what will you write? You will write number 2. P&L appropriation account, profit and loss appropriation account debit. To what will you write? You can see that here salary account we have to close. So you will write to partners salary account. To partners salary account, right? And you can even write the total. You can directly write the total. No need to show separately. If you want, you can write yes, salary account, B salary account. But here what we have written a consolidated amount. So you can use the word partners salary account, right? Being salary account closed, being partner salary account closed by transferring to P&L appropriation. That also we have done. Now the next one what is, you can see that my board is not responding. Children, wait. Next one, you can see that interest on capital has to be provided. So the same way you will be writing. Interest on capital is an expenses and definitely it will be credited to partners current account. So again, you will write first, let's write the journal entry. Interest on partners, interest on capital account. Why it is debited? It is an expense to the firm. To who all will get a, you can see we are having 3 partners, A, S and Y. To A's current account, to S current account, to Y's current account, right? Now see that interest on capital 10%. The partner's fixed capital is 1 lakh at 10%, 10,000, 50,000 at 10%, 5,000, 5,000 respectively. So 1 lakh is 10% is 10,000, right? Here you will write 10,000 for A. Yes, दोनों का बाकी दोनों का 50,000 का 10% become 5,000, 5,000. Here how much you will write? You will write total 20,000. Being, what will you write? Being interest on capital charged at the rate 10%. At the rate 10%. The shortest form you will write the narration. Okay, always very short form you have to write in the narration. Now we are moving into the next one. Next one, what will you do? You can see that. I will extend a little bit. The next one is that what is given? Profit were to be distributed in the ratio of 3:1:1. So what is our profit? Net profit for the year ended is 90,000. First of all, net profit will be transferred to where? Net profit will be transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. So there we have to pass a journal entry. What is the journal entry? Let's write that journal entry also. You will write the profit is transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. So first of all, net profit you are closing. Whenever you close the net profit, you will be writing in the profit and loss appropriation में क्या लिखेंगे? By profit and loss account. So your journal entry is that profit and loss account debit to P&L appropriation account. Because P&L appropriation account में आप इसको क्या लिखते हैं? Credit side में. That is why profit and loss appropriation account you are credited. How much? It is 90,000. Now you will write 90,000, 90,000. Being net profit transferred to profit and loss appropriation. Being net profit transferred. I am writing short way में to P&L appropriation account. Right, children? P&L appropriation account. That also we have done. Now we have to find out what is that, because past the journal entry, all the transactions we discussed. Now we have to write one more journal entry, that is for divisible profit. So here I am doing what is the net profit? 90,000. What is the salary expense? 60,000. We will subtract that. What is the interest on capital expense? Interest on capital expense is 20,000. Now see, but we cannot write this journal entry now because we did not do one thing here. What to do? We have to close interest on capital account also. So that is to be written as journal entry number 4. That here I am writing journal entry number 4. So I made the last one as journal entry number 5. Okay. Here we have to close this. While you close, in which account you will be debiting interest on capital account? Interest on capital will be debited to P&L appropriation account. What is the total amount? 20,000. What will you write? You will be writing to partners interest on capital account. To partners interest on capital account, that is 20,000. So this is also an expense. Both the expense you subtract from the profit. आपका प्रॉफिट में से आप एक्सपेंस को सब्ट्रैक्ट करो. How much you will get? 90,000 में से 60,000 plus 20,000 you will subtract it. So you will get 10,000. This 10,000 will be distributed to 3 partners. In which ratio? You can see in the question 3:1:1. So 10,000 into 3 by 5, 1 by 5. So 2 3s are 6. 6,000 into 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. We will pass journal entry for this. This is the profit. Profit will be credited to partners capital account. So the 6th journal entry, what is? The partners capital account will be credited. What is your profit from the P&L appropriation account? That is 10,000. Profit and loss appropriation account debit to, we have to write the yes current account. Yes current account. Then after that what we will write? To yes current account. Yes का current account दिखाएंगे. Then after that we will be writing to Y's current account. तीनों partner का already we had a find it out. How much we got? 6,000. Then we got 2,000, 2,000. No. So you will write. What is not this one? 6,000. Not able to write. Let my board to respond. So here it will be 6,000. After that, 2,000, 2,000. Being divisible profit credited to partners current account. Being divisible profit credited to partners current account. Okay, you will write that only. Being divisible profit credited to partners current account. Short में आपको फटाफट लिखना है. I hope you are able to understand. This is very simple, but in the examination, children do the mistake because past journal entry for the above transactions for the above in the books of the firm profit दिया है. So always this type of question you will charge the salary, interest on capital, जो भी expense commission होगा, कभी salary की जगह में commission हो सकता है. What will you do? You will pass the journal entry or charge for charging and closing. Both are important. Here salary, then interest on capital, we have to for charging, then for closing. Then last में we are carrying this net gross profit, net profit to profit and loss appropriation, उसका journal entry pass करेंगे. From that we find it out the divisible profit. Divisible profit we got how much? 10,000. This 10,000 we have to distribute in their profit sharing ratio. That also we have done. After that the last journal entry. Here children, this is a how many mark question it is? It may be probably a 4 marker question only. So you should know the bifurcation of the mark also. Okay, आपको bifurcation of the mark also you should know. Here you see the salary to here you are getting 1 mark. Okay, but this P&L account में आप ले जाएंगे, here you will get only half mark. Okay, again charging of interest 1 mark. You are taking that to the P&L disclosing, that is again half mark. Now for the profit distribution, again it is half mark, no 1 mark. Then again here also 1 mark. So thus it is 4 mark. I hope you are able to understand. Is the screen visible? I'm not able to see my own screen. Now I hope this question is clear to you. So we have done a long question that is on past adjustment. After that, we were moving ahead and we have solved one more question, that is which one? Passing the journal entry. Now we are going into another question. What is our next question? Let's see that. This is also preparing profit and loss appropriation account. This is comparatively easy. But you can see this is a 6 marker question. It's very easy actually. But students, they made the problem in the last adjustment. That means adjustment number, the last one, last paragraph you can see. So let's do this. And after that, we will be doing a question on the question on the goodwill. So let's go to that question. I will be solving this goodwill question, then I will go to the profit and loss appropriation. Okay. And one more question I'm planning to do. I don't know whether we will get the time or not. Let's do that. Here, how to calculate the goodwill. Kabir and Farid are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 3:1 and admitted Manik into partnership for 1/4 share of the profits of the firm. Manik is the new partner and he got what? He got the 1/4 share of profit. Okay. So let's underline that Manik is the new partner और उसका ratio 1/4 है. मानिक ब्रॉट हिज शेयर ऑफ गुडविल इन प्रीमियम ऑफ कैश. वो अपना प्रीमियम भी लेके आया था. गुडविल जब भी प्रीमियम में लेके आएगा तो यू ऑल शुड नो द जर्नल एंट्री. कैश अकाउंट डेबिट टू premium for goodwill. That is the normally he brings. Goodwill of the firm was valued on the basis of 2 years purchase of last 3 years average profit. The profit for last 3 years are also given in the question. You can see. During the year 2018-19, there was a loss of rupees 20,000. 2018-19 में there was a loss of rupees 20,000 due to fire, which was not accounted. They did not consider while calculating the profit. That means this is not an adjusted profit. This is the original profit. That abnormal loss is not considered here only. Okay. Calculate the value of the goodwill. आपको goodwill find out करना है. Past necessary journal entry for the treatment of goodwill. So first, let us find out the value of goodwill. Then only we are moving ahead. Okay. How to find out the value of the goodwill? You people know that. First thing is average profit. Average profit ka formula what is? Whatever is given divided by. So 90 plus 1,30,000 plus 86,000. Why we are not subtracting? Sorry, why we are not adding this 20,000 to 186,000? Because it is clearly mentioned that. Here what is clearly mentioned? They mentioned that this 20,000 is not considered while they are calculating the profit. That means no need to add back. अगर profit में consider किया है तो we have to add back. फिलहाल they did not consider only. So we are not going to do anything on this, right? So we will be adding 90,000 plus what is there? 1,30,000 plus what will come next? 86,000 divided by 3. So let's do this. How much we will get divided by 3? So 90 plus 1,20,000 is 1,30,000 is 2,20,000, 2,20,000 plus 80, 3,06,000. I hope so. 3,06,000 divided by 3. So 10 3s are 30, 2 3s are 1,02,000 is the average profit. Then goodwill is 2 years purchase. So you will write goodwill is equal to average profit into 3 years, 2 years of purchase. 2 years of purchase. Okay. That also we will be doing. Now, 1,02,000 multiplied by 2. So find out that 2,04,000 you will get it. This is firm's goodwill. Now we have to find out Manik's goodwill. Manik ka share kitna hai? 1/4. So you will write Manik's share of goodwill is equal to 2,04,000 into 1/4. So you will solve it. 5 4s are 20, 1 4s are 4. So 51,000. Okay. So what is the question? You can see the question. Question में आप देख सकते हैं. Question में find calculate the value of the goodwill. We had to find out the value of the goodwill. ठीक है. Firm का goodwill भी कर दिया. मानिक का भी goodwill find out कर दिया. Now Now you have to find out pass the journal entries for the treatment of goodwill. So pass the journal entries for the goodwill. So I had already made the format. You can see that format also. The first he is bringing the goodwill in the premium of cash. It is given that. It is given in the form of premium in cash. So whenever he bring the goodwill, what is the journal entry? First journal entry is that cash account debit. Debit what comes in goodwill aa raha hai na in the form of cash. Cash account debit to premium for goodwill. Always this is the journal entry. You should know that premium for goodwill. How much he has to bring? 51,000. Being goodwill brought by Manik in the form of cash. Being rupees 50,000. Goodwill brought by Manik rupees 51,000. by Manik 51,000. Or by cash we लिख सकते हैं. Amount we know, so you can write the amount also, right, children? Now, I will extend this. Now, next journal entry. Next journal entry is that, what is that? It is to be, whatever he brought, that premium for goodwill is to be distributed by whom? To the sacrificing partners. Whenever new partner brings the goodwill, that is to be distributed in the sacrificing ratio to the older partners. Who all are the older partner? Kabir and Farid. K and F we can take. What is their profit sharing ratio? Sacrificing ratio is not given. Whenever sacrificing ratio is not given in the question, we will always take old ratio as the sacrificing ratio. That is 3:1 made. So you will write Kabir's capital account debit. They are getting, no? So what we will do? We will be writing what we are distributing premium for goodwill. So premium for goodwill account is to be closed. So that is to be debited. Premium for goodwill account debit. Who will get? Sacrificing partner. Whenever partners are getting anything, their capital account will be credited. So you will see that, is there any word fixed is mentioned in the question? We cannot see a fixed word in the question. I can't see anywhere. So what we will write? Kabir's capital account and Farid's capital account. So you can write Kabir's capital account. Then you will be writing to Farid's capital account. Farid ka bhi capital account. Now it is to be distributed. 51,000 will be distributed in which ratio? 3:1 ratio. So Kabir ke liye kya aayega? 3/4. And F ke liye, Farid ke liye 51,000 into 1/4. Let's solve it. How much it will come? 1 4s are 4. Then what is? Then 11 आएंगे, 11 है तो 2 4s are 8, बाकी 3 आएंगे, 3 है तो 7 4s are 28, 5 4s are. So it will come 12,750. ठीक है, इसका भी 12,750 आएंगे. तो F का तो 12,750 है, right children? और टोटल गुडविल हमारा 51,000 है. So इसका 12,750 है, तो इसका कितना आएगा? 250 आएगा, 13,000 आ गया. 13 है तो 38 आना चाहिए. Or else what can you do? You can multiply also. 1,275 multiplied by 3. That is up to you. How will you be doing? Okay. So being goodwill distributed in the in sacrificing ratio. In sacrificing ratio among older partners or among Kabir and Farid. That's all. So you see that what you have done. So this is a 3-marker question. For the goodwill calculation, you are getting 1 mark. Okay. Then 1.5 mark, sorry, 1.5 mark. And for this cash to premium for goodwill, you will get half mark. And premium for goodwill is journal entry ke liye 1.5 mark. So you see how nicely you can do it. ठीक है ना? And here also there is a bifurcation. M का share के लिए आपको मिलेंगे only half mark. And here it will be 1 mark. Thus you are getting 1.5 mark. I hope you are able to understand the marking scheme of this. If any doubt, you can you have to refer the theory portion. If you know theory portion, then only you will be able to solve this type of question. Again, let us go back, throwback में जाते हैं. क्या-क्या हमने आज किया है. So first we have done a long question. This long question, you can see it is only a 6-marker question, but we put lot of, sorry, 4-marker question. You can see board exam question only I copied, okay? So you should understand the importance of this question. So to calculate the closing opening capital, you are getting 1.5 mark, okay? Then again, table showing the adjustment, you are getting 1.5 mark. And journal entry, you are getting 1 mark. This is the bifurcation of 4 mark. Then we have solved what? We have done one more question. Board is not. Children wait, board is not. So here again, we have done the one more question, that is preparation of profit and loss appropriation account. Yes. Now, moving ahead into that, just now we solved a question on goodwill. Here actually we covered 3 questions. Calculation of the goodwill we have done. After that, what we have done? Calculation of the goodwill ke baad, what is the amount of goodwill brought by the newly admitted partner? Then how it is distributed among the sacrificing partners. So sacrificing ratio normally we have to find out. But a sacrificing ratio is not given in the question. So the old ratio is taken as sacrificing ratio. Now, children, let's go to one more question we can solve. Pass necessary rectifying journal entries for the following omissions committed. For the following omissions committed in the below case while they are preparing the profit and loss appropriation. Always they prepare the profit and loss appropriation, then only they do the omissions. Okay. So let's see that first what they have done. ABC are two cases are here. ABC are partners. They were sharing profit and loss equally. This is a 6-marker question actually. Their fixed capitals were A rupees fixed word. आपका दिमाग में current account आना चाहिए. 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 6 lakh. The partnership deed provided that IOC, interest on capital, will be allowed at 10% per annum. The same was omitted. Isko omit kiya. This is the case number 1. Another case is totally different because the partner's name is PQR. So you should understand these two questions are different questions. So how we will be solving? Let's solve this question now. Let's solve this question. So interest on capital to be charged as 10%. So what will you do? How will you be doing? You will be preparing a format. अब सबसे पहले format बना देंगे 3 partners के लिए. Okay. There will be a format on 3 partners capital account. So I will extend this. And this format is not there. Okay. So simply ignore this one. So you will see that statement showing the adjustment of or you can simply write adjustment table. That will also always work. Adjustment table for what? For rectification of interest on capital. If you have time, you can write full. Otherwise, it is not necessary. Simply you can write adjustment table. Okay. Now let's move ahead. So what are the informations given? First, you see they did not show that. So first, you will be writing interest on capital, 3 partners, ABC. Write the heading ABC. Interest on capital to be adjusted or to be credited. It is to be credited actually. They did not do that. So first of all, we are doing the correct one. Then only we are moving into the wrong one. So the amount of capital is 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 6 lakh. इसके ऊपर how many percentage? इसके ऊपर 10%. 4 lakh at 10% is 40,000. And 5 lakh at 10% is for B, that is 50,000. I'm discussing the case 1. And C, that is 6 lakh 60,000. This is to be credited. But they did not charge 10%. The same was omitted. Now you have to rectify this by passing a rectifying journal entry. You can see the question. Rectifying journal entry में से आपको इसको सुधारना है. So how will you be doing? Let's do that. If the firm is not charging this, interest on capital will be an expense to the firm. जब firm expense नहीं दिखाए तो that will be what? That will be a part of the profit. So it is already credited. Now what is to be done? It is to be reversed. And here you can see that they are the what type of partners? They are equal partners. Now you will be seeing, you have to see that what is the total interest on capital. Total interest on capital, here I'm writing on the right side. Otherwise, you can have one more column. Total IOC will be how much? 40,000 plus 50,000 plus 60,000. That is 1,50,000. This 1,60,000 is distributed equally because the firm did not show it as an expense. They omitted this. Whenever the firm is not showing the expenses, then the profit will be automatically more. So it is distributed in the equal ratio. So each partner equal ratio means everybody will be getting 50,000 each, A, B, C. तीनों को इसको equally मिला होगा. So what will you write? The profit is to be reversed. Profit credited is to be now or minus reverse of the profit. That also you can write. Minus reverse of the profit भी आप लिख सकता है. So I'm writing that only. Minus profit to be reversed. Okay. Minus profit to be reversed. Profit to be reversed. और ऑलरेडी क्रेडिट किया प्रॉफिट को क्या करेंगे उसको डेबिट करना है दैट इज द मीनिंग रिवर्स करना मीन्स प्रॉफिट रिवर्स मीन्स ऑलवेज डेबिट In bracket, I have written debit also. So 50,000 each. सबको already कितना मिल चुका है? 50,000 each. Now you can see they already reverse करना उनका 50,000 है, तो इसको डेबिट करना है. डेबिट करना means we will subtract, ठीक है ना? Now what will you do? You will find out net effect. नेट इफेक्ट में I will explain to you what is this. देखिए, एक को रियल में मिलना था 40,000 as interest on capital, but how much A already received 50,000. So A क्या करेंगे? के पास ऑलरेडी 50,000 आ चुका है, 50,000, but he is supposed to get only 40,000. So 50,000 minus 40,000. So that is minus 10,000. That means A will be returning. Okay. B का देखो, first भी उसका 50,000 है, and in the profit also should get 50,000 as IOC. Already received 50,000. So no effect. And C should get 60,000, but already received only how much? 50,000. So now C will be getting 10,000 more. Now you can draw the journal format. What is the what will be the journal? The journal will be who is to be debited? A, and who is to be credited? C. So you will be writing A's capital account debit to C's capital account. Okay. So you will write. Here you will write little bit and take it down. So here you can write the journal entry directly, nothing to worry. Children, you can see that who is to be debited. You have to see that is A is to be debited and C is to be credited. So you will write A's capital account. Before that, you see that there is a fixed word. Yes, question आप देख लीजिए, fixed word था. So what will you write? Instead of capital account, you will be writing current account. Okay. So you will write, yes, that is very important. A's current account debit to C's current account. C will get now how much? 10,000. So C's amount is 10,000 and A's amount also 10,000. It will be always same. Now what is the narration to be written? You will write that being adjustment entry passed for omission of interest on capital. Being adjustment entry passed for omission of interest on capital. Omission of IOC. Done. That's all. So today we have done a lot of questions. Please go through all the questions. I hope this is clear. And in the way, I want to solve actually one more question. Here what they have done, they have omitted interest on drawings. This is just the reverse of the interest on capital. You can click a photo and please try to solve it. Dear student, today we have completed goodwill topic, we have completed, then interest on capital we have completed, then how to pass the adjustment entry, and beyond that passing the journal entry to prepare P&L appropriation account. And tomorrow we will be starting the debenture topic. Okay, debenture will be a weightage of 6 to 8 mark. Maximum 6 plus 3, 6 marker 1 question, 3 marker 1 question, or 6 marker 1 question, then 2 MCQs, that is 1 mark each of. So total 8 mark. Or 3 marker ka 2 question, then 1 mark or 2 mark MCQ. This will be the proportion, right? So let's solve the practicals also by tomorrow. So dear students, you have to prepare thoroughly and prepare the board exam questions. The last 5 years board exam question you have to prepare. So take care. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.